Okay, so what do we got here? We got two big ass resistors. 1 ohm, 1 kilowatt each. So what is this? Well, we've been running into a little bit of a problem with power supply build. This power supply. We're running into the limits of test equipment capabilities. We're wanting to test 30, possibly 40, and maybe even close to 50 amps. Doing that into one of these loads is pretty problematic. These are really only rated for 32 amps apiece. So that means that we're going to need two resistors. And these guys are going to get really, really hot. And we have a problem because we don't have an adequate current shunt to handle this. We have one that's inside, but right now we don't have an adequate setup to handle this. We had one load with a 25 amp shunt. So we were able to measure up to 25 amps. But if we want to measure up to 50 amps, we're going to have to bring the resistance down, and we're going to have a shunt that's capable of registering that kind of a load. So we have some 50 amp shunts inside. We even have a 100 amp shunt. So part of this is we're expanding our load unit to be two loads, 1 ohm, half an ohm, or 2 ohms. And that gives us some more functionality in our load testing. So we need to make an enclosure because these boxes, for whatever reason, cost too damn much. I'm not going to spend $400 on a box that's going to be built like a piece of crap. I can do that myself for $40. So forget the whole $350, $450 for you piece of crap box. I'm going to use the faceplate, and we'll get some handles at some point, and then we'll do some metal bending. You can see I can do some bending here. This one's riveted. It's not really a good job, but this was a quick setup. So we need to make a pan for this, and then I need to get a power entry block and the electrical cord running. Hopefully we'll use Teflon so that it's not subject to the heat from these guys, because these are going to get really hot. And we're going to keep it top open because these things are going to get so hot they're going to cook their own enamel. I've already had this one smoke a little bit. He's fine, but they do smoke, and they're going to get super hot. So we're going to have an open top, open enclosure. It's just going to be a pan, portable pan kind of thing, with faceplate, shunt, 12 volt switcher, and the panel meter. And we'll probably have to put a reflector in front of the meter to keep the heat from melting the plastic. And the meter is supposed to just stick onto the panel, so the sticky stuff might even let go because of the heat. I don't know yet. I'm hoping that 4 or 5 inches away from the front panel is going to be enough to keep it air cooled, but we'll see. And we're gonna rig it so that you can go straight into the loads, or you can go through the shunt into the load, and that way we can use it for AC loading if you had a massive power amplifier. We can do basically AC testing with it too if we want to, or we could ballast something if we wanted to with AC. So I don't anticipate using this for very long, but it's a tool and I kind of need it for this power supply, and so we're kind of stuck with building a tool for development need. So we'll do that, and then I don't know what its fate is after that. We may just store it away, or it might be a swap meet thing. I don't know. But it's going to be 2 kilowatt. So hopefully this thing turns out the way I want it to. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's all kind of a guessing game. I don't know if the meter is going to work or not. It's been giving me a lot of problems. But we have to go through a shunt independent of what meter we use. So we'll build up the unit and do some test evaluation and see if the shunt will give us the right reading, or not the shunt, but the meter. We'll see if the meter scales appropriately. It's adjustable, but the instructions suck, and the thing is a pain in the ass. It's a beautiful meter, but I don't like the instructions for it. They're lacking. I would have probably given some examples for it. It's probably easier than I think it is. It's almost got to be, but I always have struggles with this kind of stuff. It's just the way it is. So until next time, this is the idea, and we'll have to get started on it, and we'll see where we go from here.